I'm going into a school to read some of my books to the kids, so today I'm going to show you how I get ready for that. The school is quite a way away, so I need to get the train and stay the night. So I'm going to pack a bag and then I will be off. I have to be at the school at 9:45 a.m. tomorrow. It was going to be earlier, but apparently the foundation year is on a school trip, so I won't be reading to them. I'll just be reading to Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2 classes. That's at 10, so I need to be there at 9:45 to settle in, talk to the staff a bit, see where I'm meant to be, what the expectations are. On the train over there, I'm going to pick out what extracts I want to read from the books. They did say to read a whole storybook to the Key Stage 1, but I am very aware that Millie and Cat Find a Friend is quite a long book, so I need to time myself reading that and see where I can make it engaging. And then Mr. Vanderwander Meets a Panda is the one I'm reading to Key Stage 2, so I need to see which chapter I can take an extract from, and if I want to read the whole chapter or just a bit from it. This is the train fit. Bag is super heavy, but off I go. So our printer was broken, so I couldn't print anything, and I just learnt how to unjam the printer because it was had a paper wedge, and this is what was wedged in the printer. The entire pamphlet on how to use the printer was trapped in the printer. So we're now turning the printer back on to see if I can actually print things. Everything always takes a bit longer than you expect it to. The noises are questionable, but the screen looks accurate. We have success! Woo! It's about 8:30 and I've just woken up. And I'm making some breakfast. I'm gonna have some avocado on toast. I've just finished reading at the school and I'm walking home now, and it was such a joy to be able to share my books with the kids and chat to the kids a bit, sit in the staff room, chat to the staff. But yeah, it's just an incredible joy to be able to do that. It kind of has me reflecting on just how far I've come and how far I've still got to go, and what I could do differently, what I could do more of. I really want to do more school visits because that was super fun. So I wasn't able to film much when I was actually in the school for safeguarding reasons, so I'm going to talk you through the process a bit. So I arrived, I signed in at the reception, had to sign the visitor sign in. They gave me a lanyard that said visitor on it. Then the headmistress came out and met me. Then we walked into the hall, she showed me the space. They got out a big wooden chair throne thing that I could sit on to read to the children, and then they brought in the Key Stage 1 classes. I read the whole of Millie and Cat to them, actually, the whole thing. Then afterwards the children, there were 2 children from each class who had been picked to ask me questions. And then I answered the questions. The questions were things like, what inspires you to write? Are your characters based on real people? That was one of them. How many books have you written? That kind of thing. Yeah, and then after the Key Stage 1 classes went out, then I went to the staff room, had a cup of coffee, met some of the staff, and then went back into the hall for Key Stage 2. Key Stage 2 was a whole lot bigger. It filled the whole hall, actually. Because there are a few classes in each year, and there are quite a few years in each key stage. So then I read chapter 2 of Mr. Vanderwander Meets Panda to Key Stage 2, and then I went with them into the library, which is their new library, completely refurbished. Kids were very, very excited to see their new library space. They'd picked the top readers from each class to come into the library because it's quite a small space. Being in the library with the kids was probably my favourite part because they just got to come up to me, ask me questions. Some of them asked to read some more of Mr. Van der Wander. Some of them wanted to read to me. And one little boy showed me his story that he'd written with little pictures, which was really cool to see kids sort of starting to write, because I remember being that age and starting to write myself. So I really hope that they actually felt encouraged by me being there and telling them that I was their age when I started. And yeah, it was a really lovely day. The staff were lovely, the kids were lovely, and it was just a joy. So I'm looking forward to doing that again at different schools. Hopefully I can get in touch with some more schools and do maybe a little tour with my next book. I didn't actually end up using the QR codes that I spent ages trying to print out, but maybe in like older schools, or if I had a table where the parents could come to, if it was like a summer fair or something, and then the QR codes would be useful, but because the kids don't have their phones on them, it wasn't. So yeah, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative if you are a budding author or someone who is interested in having an author visit their school. Bye.